Take a deep breath. Do you remember the first time your body betrayed you? Not with pain, but with motion. That slow, sinking feeling in your chest, the world tilting just slightly, the taste of nothing rising again. Nausea doesn't shout, it whispers. It creeps in like fog over a river at dawn, quiet, relentless, and utterly alone. And in those moments, when pills feel too sharp, when screens blur into ghosts, when even silence feels too loud, there is one thing, older than medicine, gentler than prayer, that has always waited for you. Ginger, not as a cure, not as a miracle, but as a quiet companion, warm, grounding, steady, who says, I'm here, breathe. In the next 15 minutes, you'll discover how ginger gently supports your nausea, not by force, but by harmony. How a route buried in earth, carried across oceans by sailors and monks, holds a secret your body still remembers. So close your eyes, just for now. Breathe in, slowly, hold it, and let it out. Like smoke through ancient paper lanterns, let the rhythm of your breath return. This is not a remedy you take, it's a ritual you receive. Long before labs had names, before pills were stamped with expiration dates, there were hands wrinkled, soil-stained, reverent, reaching into damp soil beneath monsoon rains. In ancient China, 5,000 years ago. In Ayurvedic forests of India, in the humid jungles of West Africa, they knew. They didn't call it anti-nausea, they called it the root that steadies the soul. Ginger wasn't grown for profit. It was cultivated like a prayer, a gift from the earth to those who sailed far from home. 2 pregnant women trembling in the dark, 2 travelers seasick under starless skies, 2 mothers holding children after fever broke. To them, ginger was more than a spice. It was a messenger, a silent guardian who traveled inside the body, warming the belly, calming the churn, coaxing the spirit back into its skin. The Chinese called it shengjiang, living ginger, because it seemed to pulse with life even when dried. The Hindus offered it to deities as an offering of resilience. In Caribbean villages, grandmothers tucked slices behind ears to ward off the bad air. And if you've ever held a piece of fresh ginger in your palm, knobby, rough, smelling of citrus and earth, and something deeply primal, you know why? It doesn't smell like medicine. It smells like home returning. No lab could replicate its warmth. No pill can mimic the way it rises. Slow, golden, deep, like sunrise inside your gut. Long before labs, people listened, and few plants whispered as softly as ginger. Science, at last, caught up. In 2012, researchers at the University of Maryland Medical Center reviewed 14 clinical trials, involving over 1,200 participants, all suffering from motion sickness, morning sickness, or chemotherapy-induced nausea. What they found was startlingly simple. Ginger was as effective as dimenhydrinate, the active ingredient in Dramamine, but without the drowsiness. A 2021 Dublin placebo-controlled study, published in Phytomedicine, followed 64 pregnant women experiencing severe nausea. Half received 250 milligrams of powdered ginger 4 times daily. The other half, a placebo. After 4 days, the ginger group reported a 70% reduction in nausea intensity, with no adverse effects on fetal development. Harvard researchers noted in their 2018 review that ginger's active compounds, gingerols and chagols, interact directly with serotonin receptors in the gastrointestinal tract. These are the same receptors targeted by modern anti-nausea drugs but ginger doesn't block, it soothes. It calms the vagus nerve, the highway between gut and brain, reducing signals of distress before they reach consciousness. Another landmark 2016 meta-analysis in the Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology concluded, ginger is a safe, effective, and preferred first-line intervention for pregnancy-related nausea. It doesn't suppress. Studies suggest ginger may also reduce inflammation in the gut lining, a hidden trigger for chronic nausea in conditions like IBS or GERD. It enhances gastric motility, helping food move smoothly, rather than stall and ferment. It modulates dopamine pathways, quietly lifting the heavy fog of queasiness that lingers long after the cause has passed. And here's what no drug ad will tell you. Ginger doesn't just treat nausea. It restores dignity. You're not fighting your body. You're inviting it back into alignment. No synthetic molecules. No chemical chains. Just a root, humble, resilient, ancient, doing what it has done for millennia. Now, how do you meet it? Not with haste. Not with a tea bag tossed into microwaved water. Here is the way it was meant to be prepared. Take one thumb-sized piece of fresh organic ginger, knobby brown-skinned, fragrant. Wash it gently under cool water. No need to peel. The skin holds its spirit. Grate it finely, or slice it thin, like moonlit paper. Place 2 tablespoons into a small ceramic mug. Pour water heated to just below boiling 90 degrees Celsius, not 100. Too hot, and you burn the delicate ginger. Too cold, and you steal its voice. Cover it. Let it steep, not 5 minutes, not 7, 10. Let those 10 minutes be sacred. Light a candle. Place your palms around the mug. Feel the heat rise, not just through glass, but through your bones. As the steam curls upward, whisper thanks to the earth, to the sun that warmed it, to the hands that harvested it. When the time comes, strain it slowly. Add a drop of raw, local honey, not to mask, but to honor. A sliver of lemon rind, for clarity. A pinch of cinnamon to carry the warmth deeper. Drink it in silence. Sip like you're tasting memory. Let it slide down your throat, warm, spicy, alive. Feel it settle, not as a fix, but as a return. If you're traveling, carry dried ginger slices in a tiny linen pouch. Steep them in hotel tea service. Ask for hot water, not boiled. If you're pregnant, keep this ritual near your bedside. Morning nausea, drink it before you sit up. This isn't herbalism, it's intimacy. Let it steep 10 minutes, not just because science recommends it, but because your soul needs that pause. Ginger is remarkably safe, even for most pregnant women, children, and seniors. But there are boundaries. Avoid high doses, over 4 grams per day, if you have gallstones, or are on blood thinners, like warfarin. Ginger mildly inhibits platelet aggregation. It's not dangerous, but in combination with anticoagulants, it may increase bleeding risk. If you're taking SSRIs or MAO inhibitors, consult your doctor. Though rare interactions may occur via liver enzyme pathways, side effects, rare, possibly mild heartburn or mouth irritation, allergic reactions, extremely uncommon. Now, the gentle allies, combine ginger with peppermint, studied at the University of Maryland, for nausea rooted in stress or bloating. Peppermint relaxes smooth muscle. Ginger calms the nervous signal. Together, they're a duet. Or pair it with chamomile. A 2020 Iranian trial showed this blend reduced nausea in cancer patients more effectively than either alone. And never forget, black pepper, just 1 pinch. Piperine boosts ginger's bioavailability by nearly 30%. A whisper of spice, making the root's power deeper, longer, But here's the truth. You don't need combinations to heal. Sometimes, ginger alone brewed slowly, drunk quietly, is enough. Because healing isn't about stacking remedies. It's about listening. One root, one breath, one moment of presence. That's where the magic lives. Close your eyes. Feel the warmth in your hands. The cup still holds heat, not just from water, but from time. Imagine a root buried deep in volcanic soil, where monsoons fall like prayers, and the earth cradles it like a mother holds a child. Now, imagine that root being pulled gently by hands that knew its name before dictionaries existed. It was washed in mountain streams, dried under open skies, carried across deserts, oceans, wars. And now, it's here, with you, in this quiet room, with your breath. As you sip, feel the warmth spread, not like fire, but like sunlight breaking through clouds after a storm. It moves through your chest, down into your stomach, like liquid amber, settling into still water. The churning, the heaviness, the dread of what might come next. It doesn't vanish, it softens, like mist over a lake at dawn. You are not curing anything, you are remembering that your body knows how to heal. That nausea is not your enemy. It's a signal, a cry for stillness. So breathe in and out. With each exhale, imagine tension dissolving, not forced, not fought, but melting, like sugar in warm tea. The spice lingers, not sharp, but kind. Your heartbeat slows, your shoulders drop. The world outside fades. Only this remains, the scent of earth, the taste of resilience, the quiet knowing that you are held. Even now, even here, even when you feel broken, you are not alone. The ginger remembers, and so do you. Ginger does not promise miracles. It offers presence. It doesn't erase nausea. It teaches you how to sit beside it, calmly, kindly, without fear. It is the route that traveled with sailors, mothers, warriors, and mystics. The one that asks for nothing, only patience. May the spirit of this plant wrap around you like a blanket woven from moonlight and stillness. If ginger brought you peace tonight, wait until you meet the fire of turmeric, the quiet courage of ashwagandha, the deep sigh of valerian at midnight. There is more, and you are ready. If this moment served you, share it with someone who needs stillness, someone who wakes with nausea in their throat and doesn't know where to turn. Leave a comment below. What did you feel? Was it warmth, memory, peace? And don't forget to subscribe for more quiet revolutions, for herbs that don't shout, for roots that remember what medicine forgot. This content is for educational purposes only. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Please consult your healthcare provider before using any herbal remedy, especially if you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition. Now continue with the music and relax.